What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We're back at Copart for another Copart walk around. Hope y'all having a great day. Let's get this party started with an Audi A6 Quattro. Oh man, and this is not hail damage. This has got some front end damage. How bad is it? I don't know. I haven't looked it over yet. We're gonna look it over together right now. I can already see, look, how many of you are sitting there going, no. Yeah. There's going to be frame damage on this one, guys. There's going to be frame damage on this one. That is 100% certain. Look at the hood gap here. Okay. Hey, you know, I'm sure a lot of you looked at this and immediately knew. There are a lot of people that watch my videos and they're like, hey man, I'd like to kind of get a better idea of what you look for when you go into an auction. Okay, well, this car is going to be a great example of what I look for. I don't mind a front end being ripped off a car or pushed to the side or whatever. That's fine. There's frame rail extensions on these that are designed to bend, fold, and crunch. All right, and as long as it's limited to the frame rail extensions, no big deal. They bolt on and bolt off. The problem is, okay, and this is something I always look for, when you have gaps that look like this, okay, it really, that's one of the things I look for. If I see gaps like that, I'm thinking, okay, we better look real close for frame damage. Obviously, the hit occurred on this corner of the car. Okay, this is where all the damage is, everything is bent in. Even though the damage doesn't look that bad, that gap tells you something's going on. So you can see that it was hit right here and it pushed everything up here to the driver's side. As you get back here, okay, the frame extension, the frame rail extension is not bent. The frame is kinked somewhere right about here. You can actually see where it starts bending about right here. Now, is it the end of the world? No, but the right thing to do is to replace that portion of the frame rail, and that starts getting into how close are we to the strut tower. Oh, that's getting right at the strut tower. Yeah, so this is where things start getting complicated, things start getting expensive. Don't forget, there's most likely radiators that go here. All the bracketry for those radiators are missing. All the plastics, the headlight is obviously damaged, probably destroyed. The hood's destroyed, the fender's destroyed, fender liners, all of that stuff over here is destroyed. You got your intercooler, it is destroyed as well. Crash bar, and it looks like everything over here is destroyed also because it all got pushed over to this side. You can pretty well bet your radiator, condenser, all of that stuff is going to be trashed as well. There is definitely going to be framework on this one, and it's not limited to the other side. It's not limited to the passenger side frame rail. The driver's side frame rail has also been kinked over this way as well. This is too much. This is too much. There's plenty of places, people out there that could do this type of work, but for me, I wouldn't touch it. I just wouldn't touch it. I'm not going to mess with frame rails being bent like that. I'm not going to mess with having somebody section them for me. Just not going to happen. This fender is also done. You can see where it's been bent over here. There's potentially more damage that we're just not seeing. This car has 100,000 miles on it. It is supercharged. It's the 3.0. Okay, it's a great car, a great motor. These things are awesome. You could probably fire it up. Wouldn't let it run long because I can guarantee you it's got absolutely no coolant. It smells like pot in here. Okay, it runs. And let's shut it off. That's it. That's all we need to know. Okay, it runs. I'm sure that it moves, maybe. Just honestly, the smell in here, and I can see remnants of, you know, again, seeds, stems, sticks. The smell in here, just, it smells real hard. If you got pulled over in this, I can promise you, you're getting drug out of the car. Okay, I can promise you, if you get pulled over in this car, you are getting pulled out. So just, you know, keep that in mind. Yeah, it could be fixed, guys. It 100% could be fixed. This is just, number one, it's beyond my capabilities, and number two, I'm not going to outsource something like this to somebody else. It's not worth it to me. Good car though, good car. The tuning potential with this is really good. The body is mostly straight. The interior is good. Obviously the powertrain, drivetrain is probably fine too. It's just, nah, you've got, the fender went into the door here too. There's a flat tire on the other side and a damaged wheel. There's so much going on here. That for me, I just wouldn't be interested in this. In fact, you might be able to, there, you can see the kink perfectly right here. Right here. You see where that is kinked over? So it looks like, and again, you won't know until you get it on a frame machine to find out how out of whack it is, but it might be fine from here back to the strut tower. Okay, it really might just be a matter of sectioning this right here. But again, when you get into sectioning a frame rail, that could be dangerous, man. You know, the factory calls for certain areas of the frame rail that can be sectioned, and then it also tells you if it goes beyond that, you can't do it because it's a safety hazard. And I would not want to be responsible for, let's say we have somebody section the frame, right, and put it back together. I don't want to be held liable or personally feel responsible if down the road somebody got in a front-end collision, they got hurt, and it was because of a shop that I hired to do a job and it just wasn't done good enough, or it was done in a way that the factory would not have permitted. So for me, damage like this is always off limits. I won't touch it. Next on my list, hey, hail damage cars again. It's a Chevy Malibu, guys. It's not just any Malibu though. Okay, this is a special Malibu. It's an old Malibu that's only got 29,749 miles on it. Less than 30,000 miles on this old car. Hail damage. Yeah, it's hail damage. Yeah, she's hail damaged pretty good. She needs a back window, but this is a car that you could buy probably on the cheap, and no lie, this will probably last you forever. This is a car I would say is great to buy one of your kids. Buy this for one of your kids, that college student, high school student, whatever. This is a great car. It's low miles. It's ready to take the abuse that a teenager is going to throw at it. It's already dinged up. You don't have to worry about those high school parking lot dings, or, you know, they go out to the lake and hang out. I know you don't want to think your teenager goes out to the lake. Trust me, your teenager's doing all kinds of stuff you don't want them doing, because I used to be a teenager and I was out doing all kinds of stuff my parents didn't, and I'm sure you were too. Come on now. Come on. Let's be honest with each other. Okay? As parents, it's like, as parents, we just think our kids are the greatest. They would never do anything, you know, anything wrong. Never. We raised them better than that. Well, our parents thought the same thing about us, guys. Yeah, our parents thought the same thing about us. And look at the stuff we did. So remember, kids will be kids. And that's why you should buy them a Chevy Malibu. This way they won't be particularly popular or cool. You keep buy them a Chevy Malibu and you won't have to worry about nothing. What year is this? It's a 2011. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding about the Chevy Malibu. I'm ragging on it a little bit. Nothing wrong with Chevy Malibu, guys. Nothing wrong with the Malibu at all. In fact, I've always liked them. I've always liked them. I think the Malibu Max is probably one of my favorites. Let's see. Does it really have 30,000 miles on it though? That's what I want to know. It's like, does it really have 30,000 miles? It's not going to tell me, is it? No, it's not going to tell me. There we go. Yes, 29,749 miles. It really has 30,000 miles. This is another one I wouldn't fix. I wouldn't fix the hail damage on this one, guys. I just wouldn't. Not worth it. I'm certain everything's going to work on this. I mean, it's a 30,000 mile car. Let's pop the hood after we put it into gear here. Oh, I just got shards of glass in my elbow. That was smart. There's glass all over. You're going to need a good cleaning on this one. Yes, it goes forwards. Yes, it goes backwards. Okay, we figured that much, right? The AC. Do we have cold AC? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. It took it a minute. This one was a little slow, but she got cold. You're going to need a back window. You're going to need a mirror glass. No big deal. It's got a nice set of Michelins. Okay, I've told you guys what I think about, tires. A lot of people don't think about looking at tires. Well, that's one of my secrets. I look at tires. Tires are important to me because if I see that somebody spent a buttload of money on Michelins or Pirellis, okay, at that point I know somebody spent that kind of money on the tires. They probably took care of the rest of the car. Most people don't think about their tires all that often, okay? The ones that do are the ones that probably took better care of their car. You know, I look at here's a Malibu right here, right next to it, wrecked in the front. Okay, first thing I see is the tires. Okay, I look at the tires, and those are prime wells. Nothing wrong with prime wells. I'm not here to say if you don't buy expensive tires, you're a bad person. I'm not saying that. I'm saying for me personally, and besides, those rims are hideous. For me personally, I see some hideous rims like that, it's probably not. When I look at the tires, Okay, if it's a set of Pirellis, I might give it a chance, okay? If it's got a nice set of, Prime Wells, I'll be like, okay, somebody kept nice tires on it. But when I see a car right next to it with a brand new set of Michelins, this is the car I'm gonna focus on over the car. Literally, these are the same car, guys. I couldn't make this up. These are the same car, okay? Malibu, Malibu. This one's got Prime Wells, this one's got Michelins. Which one do you think I'm gonna be looking at? The one with Michelins. Even if this thing wasn't wrecked, I would still be looking at the one with Michelins. I was gonna open the trunk. Yeah, we can get in there. All right, it's got a pillow back there. I'm telling you, this was a grandma's car. This was a grandma's car, for sure. For sure. All 4 Michelin tires look brand spanking new. It's a little dirty under the hood. In fact, it's pretty dirty under here. But everything under here looks good. It does. It's a nice little Ecotech, so it's a little 4-banger. It's going to get great gas mileage, easy to maintain, cheap to work on and maintain. This is a great car. A great car. When I tell you something like this is great for your kids, I'm being 100% honest. I'm serious with you. This would be a great car to give your high school or college. Bet y'all can guess what happened. If you guessed that the GoPro overheated, well, you'd be right. I'm telling you, GoPro, you got to step it up, man. You guys better do something on your next iteration of the GoPro, which should be coming out any day now, right? I mean, it's September, so the new GoPro, new phone should all be coming out. Please, GoPro, do something about the overheating. Seriously, it is only 77 degrees out this morning. I got up at 6 o'clock so that I could be here at 8 in the morning and film while it was still cool and hope that my GoPro wouldn't have overheating issues. And here we go. Here we go. It already overheated and died. All right, let's go see what else we can find to get ourselves in a little bit more trouble. Next on my list is a 2017 Ford Escape Titanium. And yes, it's got hail damage. It's got 76,422 miles on the odometer. For tires, it's got Generals all the way around. Okay, again, good tires, which tells me most likely somebody probably took good care of the vehicle. It's an Eco Beast. It is a titanium, so this is going to be a well-optioned vehicle right here. And honestly, it looks really good. This one looks really good. The hail damage on this is that kind of hail that doesn't really bother me. It's kind of, I would say pea-sized. Very small hail damage. Very small. There is quite a bit of it. Some of it's a little bigger than pea size. But I could deal with this one. I could deal with this. It's a darker color, but it is very, very metallic, and I think that really does help. I think it helps a lot. This is a fairly nice little SUV, guys. It really is. It's got the leather interior. It smells very nice in here. Smells good. It doesn't smell like some of the other vehicles I've been in. Some of the other vehicles, you get into them and you're like, you sniff and it's, you wonder if you're going to come out of it and still be okay. You know, they smell pretty rank. This one, interesting, has the key just sitting in the cup holder. Let's fire it up. Started right up, didn't need a jump or anything. Got your infotainment center right there. The flickering is the camera, not the actual screen itself. The screen is not flickering, the camera is. It automatically turned the air conditioner on. It knows. It knows. It's like you're going to overheat. GoPro's going to shut off, Randy. Are you serious? We have an ABS light. We do. We have an ABS light. Okay. I didn't expect that. Well, 76,000 miles, you know. Okay, I guess. Let's close the door. Let's make sure she goes forward. And she does. And what about backward? Yep, she goes forwards and backwards, guys. Air conditioning feels good. It's got good air. Got a nice little nav screen and everything, right? I really like this infotainment center. It's not very big, but it's got a lot packed into it. That's what she said about me. Yeah. All right. Let's pop the hood. Does the important window work? Of course it does. It's only got 70-some thousand miles, guys. Everything on this should work. Although, honestly, I would have expected the ABS to work too. But, you know, okay, sure. Let's see if we can find the hood popper thingy. The windshield has got a little bit of damage as well. So it's not something you got to replace immediately, but it's definitely something you're going to want to get taken care of. Yeah, everything under here looks good. She's nice and quiet. Yeah, I've heard bad things about the Ford Escapes. I don't know. I've never had one. I've got no experience with them at all. But I think it's a decent looking little SUV. Got a pretty good crack right there. There's another crack down here, starting to move upward. So it's only going to get worse, guys. Nice set of tires though. Runs great. Let's see what kind of room we got back here. Does this open for you, or? I think it's supposed to. It's, I guess it's just not gonna listen. Sure, okay. Yeah, you got plenty of room back there. We've got a spare tire there. We do. We have a spare tire. Let's see if it'll go down. All right, there we go. And we'll try it again and see if it decides to open for us this time. Yeah. All right, I like that. That's luxury right there. I know just about everything does this now, but it's still, I'm old school, where things like this were just like, wow, right? I still really enjoy things like that. I haven't grown up. Steering feels good. Brakes, of course, feel good. Air conditioning feels good. It's a good vehicle, guys. It is. In my opinion, this is a great vehicle. Needs a good cleaning.
On it.
Okay, I've got Siri trying to clean something for me. I don't know what Siri's doing. Siri's tripping right now. She needs to just leave me alone and realize that I'm working and I don't need her interrupting. I don't know. I like it, guys. Comment below. Tell me what you think of the Ford Escape Titanium. Next on my list, a 2006 F-150 with, you guessed it, hail damage. There's still plenty of hail cars out here, guys, so we're going to be going through these most likely for quite a while. The hood's got quite a bit of damage, but this side of the body actually looks pretty decent. The windshield's done, so you're going to need to replace that. The roof, of course, is hail damage, but on a truck, I don't think I'd worry about it all that much. You can't see the majority of the roof. 157,000 miles on the odometer. The only thing I worry about on this, honestly, more than the hail damage, is if it's got a 5.3 Triton in it, right? That's about the only thing I'd be concerned about. It's got parking sensors. The body honestly looks pretty good for the most part. This side actually looks good as well. I'm really surprised. Both sides of the body look decent. So if you wanted to, just throw a hood on it. You know, surely you could find this color hood, right? It's a black hood. Just find you a hood, slap a hood on it, get rid of that grill, because honestly, I think that grill looks ridiculous. So just get rid of the hood, clean up the headlights. Looks like it's got pretty decent tires. They're Goodyear Wranglers all the way around. Let's take a look at the interior. Oh, yeah, I knew there was gonna be a downside. Yeah, she's a little rough, guys. It's nothing a good detail couldn't take care of, at least in the back. We'll find out what the front looks like. Oh, wow. Well, it's not the worst I've seen. It smells pretty bad though. It smells real bad. Like this is rough. It smells really rough. Yeah. Yep, this smells bad. It sure does. Golly, I don't even know what that smell is. It is just rank. Okay, a little rattle when you first start it. Pretty normal. A lot of these cars do that because they've been sitting for a long period of time. So I'm not going to hold that against it. I never do. I always like to give it a fair shake. The important window here. It works. It didn't work. You just got to kind of... It's sticky. It's real sticky. You just got to jiggle it around a little bit. There we go. Important window works. Power locks work. Steering feels good. It's got a good brake pedal. AC is ice cold. It goes in reverse. Goes into drive. Okay. I mean, it needs a hell of a detail, guys. I don't even want to touch... What is that? Oh, your parking aid. Okay. Like, touching this is so disgusting. I think the worst part of it is you just don't know what it is. You don't know what it is you're touching, you know? And I know there's gonna be those of you that see this little Toyota over here and you're gonna be like, Randy, you gotta show the Toyota truck. Guys, there's a reason a lot of these cars are here and I don't show them to you, okay? Like, you don't need to see that, right? You don't need to see this truck because this truck is done, okay? It's finished. We're not gonna look at it. And some of the cars that you guys see in the videos that you just get on to me for not showing you, I would love to show you. I would. The problem is they're not for sale yet, and I can't show them to you until they are. So just bear with me, be patient. If you see something that you want me to show you, go ahead, comment it down below. And if it's something we can come back and look at, well, we definitely will. There's a spider doing a mating dance on top of the engine. I don't know how well you can see this little guy, but he's like jumping up and down, humping the engine. That's literally what he's doing. He's humping the engine. Okay. All right. So of course it's a 543 valve. We already knew that though, right? I mean, we already knew that. Let's not kid each other. We knew exactly what was under the hood of this. Yeah. That right there is about enough to keep me from wanting to bid on it. I don't know. I'm a risk taker. I'm a risk taker. I don't mind a little bit of risk, right? I don't know. I don't know. Those, what are they, from 05 to 09, I think, are the affected years that you probably need to avoid when it comes to these 3 valves. I think in 2010 they had it resolved, and I'm already feeling it's not a total misfire, but it definitely feels like it's trying to misfire a little bit. Let's give it a little throttle. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I feel, even when I start revving it up, it's not like a hardcore misfire. It's like a very slight misfire. Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm staying away from this one. I'll put the key back in the cup holder, but I'm gonna stay away from this one. Just the hail damage doesn't bother me. The dirty interior, you know, yeah, it's a little bit concerning. I don't care for that all that much, but honestly, just that 3 valve and feeling even the slightest of misfires, and I really sit and pay attention to these. These are going to have the 2-piece spark plugs that are notorious for breaking. They're notorious for coil failures. They're notorious for timing chain issues. It's just, I personally would avoid these like the plague. Now, if you've been around for any length of time, you know I like to find a good deal out here, and what that means is you got to put boots on the ground. You got to come out here and you got to look at things for yourself, because you just never know when you're going to find that diamond in the rough. And they call it a diamond in the rough for a reason. Not every one of these cars is going to be a diamond in the rough. You got to come out here and hand pick and really go through them. What we have here is a 2008 Toyota Tundra with the iForce V8, baby. It's listed as a non-runner. It's listed as mechanical damage, and it very well may be. But I love coming out here and checking out these mechanical damage ones, or the ones that say they don't run at all, only to find out that they actually run and drive just fine. Now, of course, these are always going to be a risk. Always going to be a risk. But you just don't know until you come out and look at it. I can tell you this, if it says it doesn't run, and you can come out here and you can get it running, you're already, oh, spider web, hell no. Hell no. Okay, we're gonna walk around. We're gonna walk around. It does have a matching set of tires. They are, I don't know what they are, guys. These are, oh hell, I don't know what they are. Air Force CXV Sports. I don't know. So we're already losing, guys. We're already losing. The good news is it is a full set of tires, and the tires look practically brand new. The interior, it smells okay. This one's doable. It's all right. It's not in horrible condition inside. It needs a good cleaning. I'll tell you what's the worst. Look at this headliner. I don't even know if you guys can see that. But I mean, it is in bad shape. You got a little DVD player here. Let's go to the other side. First, let me close this door. We'll pop the hood. We'll put a jump pack on it, and we'll see if it runs or not. You know, this one may not, but like I said, you just don't know until you come out here and you take a look for yourself. Go ahead and pop the hood real quick. I can already tell you the battery's dead. There's no lights on inside, so we might as well just save a step. Let's go ahead and pop the hood and put a booster pack on. Hood struts work. That's nice. Oh. I'm gonna say this doesn't run. There's a lot of stuff disconnected under here, guys. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff disconnected. Coolant hoses are all missing, disconnected. Mass airflow is disconnected. The throttle body is disconnected as well. Timing belt was replaced at 204,000 miles though. I don't know what the current mileage is on it now, but yeah, guys, she's not gonna run. She's not gonna run. There's nothing hooked up. The coils are mostly disconnected. Ground wires are disconnected. Damn. Okay. Well, that sure sucks. I guess we can at least try to crank it. It won't hurt anything to make sure the engine still cranks. I do wonder, like, what was wrong with this one. Hell, they've even got the battery disconnected, man. They wasn't playing. They was not playing on this one. Well, there's no juice in the... Well, I guess we wouldn't know, would we? Yeah, it's got 12 volts. Hell, the battery's got juice. Guys, we could just hook this up. If you could get the battery back in its spot here, you could hook this back up. Since we've already got the booster pack out though, let's go ahead and throw it on there. It's obviously not going to run, guys. I'm not trying to get it to run. I just want to verify that the engine at least cranks over. See how quick that was just to come out here and look under the hood? It didn't take but a minute to figure out that things were very wrong with this. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's still got some coils hooked up. Oh, you know what? We're not going to crank this over. No, we're not. That is a negative. The fuel rail has been pulled out from the intake. Yeah, fuel rail is disconnected from the intake manifold. So you know what happens if we turn the key on? Yeah, there is a good possibility. I mean, let me see. No, they've unplugged the fuel injectors. The fuel injectors are unplugged. I'm still not gonna mess with it. I'm not gonna mess with it. So, you know, it was worth coming out here and taking a look at it, guys. You know, of course, we don't know what's wrong with it. We don't know why they started tearing into the engine. But I'm gonna say, yeah, this is definitely mechanical. And now we can move on to something else. Next on the list, and this might actually be the last one, this is a Lincoln MKZ, and it's not hail damaged. This one is interesting. I find these very, very fun. I really enjoy these. This is a 15 MKZ with 92,000 miles. It's listed as a run and drive. We're gonna take a walk around it, and what you're gonna notice is that you won't see any damage. 2.0 liter Eco Beast. No damage. Well, then why is this car here? When I see something like this, the first thing I look at are the front wheels. This front wheel is ever so slightly turned into the left towards the driver's side. Okay. And this wheel here looks like it is ever so slightly turned out also towards the driver's side. So far, so good. So far, so good. Then I like to come up here and I like to look at the bottom lip of the bumper to give me an idea if it's run over something. And this one looks like it's run over something. I don't know how well you can see it, but there is some damage here, and there's some, ew. I don't know what I just got all over me, but I probably shouldn't have touched that. I'm looking underneath, and I don't see any damage. Okay, it ran up over something, or at least bumped something, but I don't see any damage underneath. So next we'll start checking out the interior. It's filthy dirty, guys. It's really nasty. Yeah, this one's pretty gross. This is obviously somebody had kids or something. She's oh, and a smoker too. Lovely. Yeah, there are cigarette ashes everywhere. The seats are stained. This is sad. Okay, it's running, but wow, it's running bad. I'll give it a second, see if that clears up. Sometimes when a car hasn't been run in a while, it takes a while to get the fuel going through it, and fluids have to circulate and all that. No, she's definitely got a misfire going on, guys. Yeah, she is not running well at all. This is so, I mean, look at this. Look how nasty that is. This is a really nasty car. That sucks. Okay, well, let's skip all that and let's just get straight to it. Does the AC work? Important window. Does it go forwards and backwards? We'll find out here in just a second. Okay, ready? Whoa, hey man. I think I turned that up just a little much there. Put it in reverse. Yes, it moves backwards. Yes, it moves forwards. Yes, it goes back into park. Does the important window work? Yes, it does. Check engine light just started flashing, so we have a hard misfire now. What happened to you? Well, oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is here, man, but she is not happy at all, is she? Yeah, she's downright pissed. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. She's cleaning up. That almost looks like an issue with a coil or something, you know? Yeah. That kind of makes me wonder if we got a coil or two going out on the old girl. Right there, made no difference. Plug it back in, no difference. That made a difference. That made a difference. Okay, so what we've got here is we got a coil here and we got a coil here of number 1 and 4. For whatever reason, either aren't functioning or we've got internal engine damage. Oh, wow. I'm gonna guess we've got a head gasket issue or rings or something. Look at this, watch this. Look at this. Wow. Okay. Oh, wow. Look at the smoke, the steam. That steam is what it is. That's gonna be a head gasket, guys. Yeah, that's gonna be a head gasket issue. Well, okay, now we know why it's here, right? Yeah, it's a beautiful car too. Honestly, beautiful car. 90,000 miles, that's not a whole lot of miles. But I'm gonna bet this is one that was probably rode hard, put away wet, abused, neglected, and you know, at the end of the day, there it is. We'll go ahead and turn that off. Turn that off too. I love these cars. I really do. I wonder if it'll fire back up. It does. She fires back up. Yeah, you're gonna have a blown head gasket on 1 and 4. So, you know, at this point, being that it's just a little 4-banger, I'd go ahead and replace the cylinder head. Find you a reman or something. Just replace the cylinder head if you were going to fix this car up and keep it. But, you know, honestly, this car doesn't look like it was taken very good care of. This is probably one of those that you fix the head gasket, replace the head, and you think you're going to be good for a long time, and you find out there's probably 100 other things going wrong with it. So for me, this is one I would avoid. I'd stay away from this one 100%. Now, I know a lot of you are sitting here going, wait a minute, Randy, what happened to the new format? What happened to the new style of videos where you're bidding on cars while you're walking around and looking at them? That is a great question. I'm not bidding on any cars in these videos. In these last 2 videos, there's been nothing that I'm interested in bidding on. I was planning on bidding on that 84 Lincoln, but the fact that it has no gears and that they're asking for a $2,800 buy it now, that tells me they're just not going to be willing to let it go for what I'm going to be willing to pay for it. And none of these other cars are anything that I'm actually interested in bidding on myself. But stay tuned, because we have more cars, we have more videos coming up this week, and if I see anything that I'm interested in bidding on, I will 100% bid on it in video, and that's going to be from now on. From now on, in the walkarounds, if I see something I want, I'm going to bid on it right in front of you guys. And in some cases, we may even go ahead and hit the buy it now button if that's an option. If you enjoy this style of content, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Auto Auction Rebuilds, and until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.